What's up, everybody? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com. So I just wanted to bring some closure to this channel. It will be an archive channel after I upload this video and the last video, which would be the things I was right about. And there's so many things I was right about. I guess that's the only thing I can do is brag. Since I didn't make millions of dollars being a freaking grifter like everybody else who just told you all the lies that you love to hear. And and took that money grab and just left. But anyway, in reference to the King Face video, I was in the middle actually putting all the receipts that I have collected together. And halfway through, I just said, why am I doing this? Why am I going and giving all the receipts of everything I have done when investigating to prove that King Face is alive? He's not dead. And that's when I said, fuck it, you know. No one brought any information to prove that he is alive. So, you know, I thought that this is just a waste of my fucking time. I just don't have I don't want to even deal with this anymore. You guys got had, you guys got gypped. King Face is alive. He got his money. And you're just basically you're here to make grifters rich. That is your purpose in life. That is your purpose in your political existence is to make grifters rich. That's all that is. And I have come to terms with that, and I'm at peace with it. So instead of me basically pulling a wonderful illustration of showing you receipts after receipts after receipts, I have done that extensively with Candace Owens. I have done that when it came to TPUSA, Master Charlie. I can do it on and on and on. You all know I always provide my receipts. I'm not doing that this time. You know what I'm saying? I don't get paid to do this. I didn't get paid to do this. And I'm just not interested. If anybody want to challenge me on it and basically dispute anything I said, then I dare you. Good luck with that. I dare you to come up with receipts debunking any and everything I am going to say from here on out. So let me tell you the bullet points, because I'm not going to put this out in a nice illustration for you all. Fuck you. Okay. You're not worth it to me, I swear. So here you go. So let's start off from the beginning. King Face faked about being in the hospital. His friend J.O. By the way, here's a picture of him actually in the hospital with COVID-19, and compare that to the picture of King Face pretending to be in ICU, live streaming himself with a sleep apnea machine on his head. You dumb monkeys believe anything. Anyway, you can't you can't live stream from the ICU. All right. Anyway. When I called them out and I said, hey, y'all, I have a tater who's a nurse, and she said, that's a sleep apnea machine. That is not a ventilator. That's not a place. That's not what they use for COVID people. And they, guess what? Deleted the video. So I called them out. So I specifically asked for the location of the hospital that he was located in. Everybody was like, he's at a specific hospital that's very has a good reputation. And I begged and I said, hey, give me the name of the hospital, because the HIPAA law does not mean that you can't tell who's in the hospital. As a matter of fact, it allows a public directory of anyone who has been admitted to the hospital, including ICU. So if King Face was indeed in a hospital, why is it that his three friends who are actually in cahoots with this lie, J.O., Queen's Flip, and the actor known as Isaiah Washington, how come these three guys would not tell me or anyone else the specific hospital King Face was supposed to be in? By the way, I didn't even wait on them. I called every hospital, and it's over 22 of them in all of New York. And I asked them, I gave them their full name. I gave King Face, I gave them King Face full name, his first name, his middle name, and his last name, and his date of birth. No hospital, none of them had any records of him being admitted into their hospital in the last month or two. So he lied about that. Then all of a sudden, when they realize that I found out that he's not in the hospital, they come up with this fantastic lie about him being dead. And then they use this article from Heavy to show that that's the case. But if you go to my channel, I talked about this yesterday. You're going to see this video on a Monday. I talked about this yesterday. I said, notice how heavy.com said that Kingface friends said that he was dead. And let me show you what I'm talking about here for a second. Right here. They do not say, hey, we got actual proof that he's dead. They're like, oh, his friends said he's dead. Candace Owens, Isaiah Washington, Queen Flips, and J.O. They're all these people who know he's alive are saying that he's dead. By the way, fun fact, you know what I'm saying? These people have a financial interest and not basically, you know, letting everybody know that Kingface is alive, but, you know, I'm not going to go in there. But anyway, so there is no concrete evidence that he's dead because he's not dead. And let me show you, let me also give you, so everybody was like, because heavy.com wrote an article about it, that means it's factual. No, they're just going by hearsay. Notice how they say, Kingface dead, mega rapper and Instagram star dies at 38. Friends say. We went through every article of everybody who's died, including Hank Aaron, and this is the only one where they say friends are saying that he's dead, but nobody is providing any type of concrete proof whatsoever. Okay, and so, after calling the hospital and finding out that he was never admitted, that he was not even currently in those hospitals when I called, and all of a sudden they found out that I was getting up on that trail, that's when they announced that he has died. Now, once again, there was no funeral home in the state of New York that worked on the body. None. There's no funeral home. You know how I know? I called them all. Once you know someone's date of birth and their full name, everything else is easy. The only hard work is that, well, I can't say easy. It's time consuming calling this funeral home and calling that funeral home and sending an email to this funeral home to see if they worked on the body of Kingface, who, and I got, like I said, his real name, his first and his middle and his last name, Larry Williams Henry. Okay. When you know all that, you can find everything else on your own. All right, so no funeral home has ever stated that they ever dealt with someone of that name from that date of birth. Also, there is no federal or state obituary. Now, there are some bullshit obituaries that anybody can fill out fake obituaries for. That's easy because they got lots of those. These are basically spamming obituaries. But there is a state obituary, and there's also a government one, and you have to have concrete proof that such a person has died or deceased or has been deceased to even submit an obituary into these type of venues. There is none. There is no state obituary. There's no federal obituary. There's none. There's no official government or localized type of official type of obituary. So there was no obituary on him. Also, there was no church that conducted the funeral. Now, I did show this on that live stream yesterday. You may want to come to Treehouse News to check it out. But I did find out the picture that Isaiah Washington and other people were showing up, were saying that this is the place that they had the funeral. And also Queen's Flip was in his car, and he was talking about how he's in front of his funeral. He was lying. I actually used the location because he wore glasses, and in his glasses you can actually see the residential area he was filming in. No, he was not near any church nor any funeral parlor. He was in a residential home area. Okay, and you can see it clear as day through the reflection in his glasses. If he was really at the funeral, that didn't happen, but if he was really there, why wouldn't you take a picture of you being one of the pallbearers? Why would you not actually take a picture of them putting the casket in the hearse? Oh, you talking about one of those hearses that Isaiah Washington put up? Yeah, guess what? I found the picture to the location of that church, and that church is I think it's on St. Elmond's Road in New York. I called the church, and one of the coordinators there who deals with funeral service said every person that they have conducted funeral services for at that church has been over 70 years old. They have never, he was like, this man's too young. We have never had any young males that we have had funeral services for throughout the entire summer and fall of 2021. So I thought that was like, what? That's crazy. How is that the case? This is where Isaiah Washington and all these other people are posting up these pictures saying this is where the funeral home is. But when you call the funeral home, they tell you that they never, ever had burial service for such a person. And let's see, what's the next one? The cemeteries. I called every, I didn't get paid for this, by the way. Just wanted to say I told you so. I called every cemetery in New York, and there is no burial plot for this person. There is no burial plot for Larry Williams Henry, born on May the 22nd. There's none. There is none. There is none. That's strange. So you say he died, yet still there's no funeral home who basically prepared the body. There's no obituary. There's no church that actually conducted the funeral. And in the pictures of the church that you guys show on Instagram, I contacted them and they said they don't know who this person is. And there's no burial plot. But here's the best part. Here's the best part of all of this. There is no death certificate. You can't be dead if you don't have a death certificate. And here it is, January, and there's still no death certificate. You know why there's no death certificate? Because he's not dead. Now, I know a lot of you are probably asking yourself, well, why would King Face fake his death? Did you not know that this guy has purposely infected women in California, North Carolina, New York, and Georgia with HIV? Now, I don't know about those other states, but in Georgia, that's a felony. Also, the FBI have been looking for him because him and his felonious associates have been participating in a money laundering a money laundering scheme. So yeah, King Face is in trouble, and the best way to get the feds off your ass is to fake your death. Now, I say he's in Haiti, and they don't want that nigga that bad to go get his ass in Haiti, okay? Now, what happens to him in Haiti? I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I just want to come back here and say, I told you so. I told you so. I told you that King Face is not dead. I told you that GoFundMe was nothing but a cash grab. And now that Trump has lost, he really happy he got that cash grab. He really happy he got that cash grab. You people are dumb, and you deserve everything that happens to you, because the thing about it is you don't appreciate the truth, especially you Negroes. You the most superstitious motherfuckers on the face of the earth. Anybody tell you motherfuckers somebody's dead, you don't need no evidence. Have you not learned people have faked their death before? Why would you think King Face would be an exception to the rule? But I'm talking about this one saying, everybody here is to make money off you dumb niggas, because you're just dumb. You're idiots. You just here to make other people rich. And I'm tired of throwing pearls to swine. I'm done. I'm not going to tell y'all no more tricks and trades that these motherfuckers play on y'all. No more. If they want to hustle you, I'm going to let them hustle you. I'm just going to clown you afterwards and say, see, I told you so. I told you you're too dumb to realize a hustle when you see one. Anywho, this is my presentation. I have letters, I have phone calls. Remember, Georgia's a two-party state for recording, so there's a lot of stuff I have recorded, and I actually don't have to need anybody's permission for it, as long as I did it in Georgia, which I have. And I have a lot of evidence to prove everything I'm saying. But I'm not going to present these receipts, because fuck you guys. I'm not going to sit up here and do something for free anymore. I'm done. And the next video after that is to basically brag about all the things I was right about. from Candace Owens to TP USA. I mean to Joy Villa. I mean, goddamn. If you really think about it, the only thing all of this has done is giving me bragging rights. But I'm just so over you guys. But in the end, I just wanted to basically just come back here and just make a closure on this video in reference to Keen Face. You guys are not trying to pay me to show you all the receipts. And since you're not trying to pay me, I'm just not going to put any more effort into it whatsoever. But I dare you, I fucking dare you to try to disprove everything I said. You can't. There's no death certificate. There's no burial plot. There was never a funeral, and there was never a funeral home, and there's no state obituary. Also, he was never in the hospital. So once again, this is Tree from treeoflogic.com. I guess you guys will see my next and final video on this channel, and I will see you all on my other channels that I have been very active on. Later, taters.